at 79 kilograms. Jordan Burroughs makes his 12th world team. How many wrestlers are 36 and making world teams?
And competing at the level he's competing at.
And then the hecklers as well saying that his career is over. You were so freaking wrong. What does that tell you for Japan? Because guess what? This isn't even their best guy. This is their U20 guy.
Yeah.
This is their U20 guy that ran through Marcus Blaze. And now we have the potential of Sadulaev versus DT, which would be epic. I would put David Taylor in the GOAT conversation if he beats Sadulaev at this World Championships. I see Daniel Zepeda winning by decision. 9-7.
9-7?
9-7. I think it's going to be high scoring. Sugar Sean gets dominated for 5 rounds. Like, Merab's pace is probably one of the craziest paces I've ever seen.
I feel like we know that John Jones shouldn't be fighting Miocic. Think about it. He got knocked out when there wasn't crowds, bro.
Yo.
Was good.
Oh my God. We have it rolling. Welcome to the HR Department Podcast. We are back. I'm Hayden. This is my co-host.
Ruben.
So our first initial podcast was with Daniel Zepeda. Epic podcast, but this is actually where you're going to see most of the content. This is our little setup, Yeah, I hope you guys like what you see. We got the boxing glove. We got some signed posters. We got JB over there. We got some of my awards. So this podcast going forward is not just going to be wrestling. Obviously, it's going to be wrestling, but we'll talk about MMA. I mean, we're going to talk about UFC 306 at the end of this podcast, but we'll talk about a bit of everything, just so you guys know. Anyways, how was practice for you?
Not bad. It was a lot of technique.
Yeah, we had a practice today with Jason. I liked it.
I liked it
a lot. I actually had a morning session with Larry.
Oh, that's dope.
And it was fun. It was really fun. We went over finishing from a dogfight position. I needed that so bad. Damn. Because realistically, I am not too good at finishing from there. But he taught us a way to basically finish there a lot more efficiently, which I appreciate because I need that.
That's good.
So that was good. But none of the we gotta stop talking about what we've been doing this week. World team trials. Let's dive into it, bro. 79 kilograms. We're starting off at 79 kilograms. Jordan Burroughs makes his 12th world team.
Wow. 12, bro.
How many wrestlers have made 12 world team? How many wrestlers are 36 and making world teams?
And competing at the level he's competing at.
And people are going to be talking mad crap as well. People are going to be talking oh, he's wrestling at a non-Olympic weight and, what, so on and so forth. Bro, look at the weight he had to go through. The gauntlet he had to run.
Yeah.
In that weight class, Chance Marsteller, David Carr, Keegan O'Toole, Levi Haynes. That's already 3 NCAA champions and the last world team member at 79 kilograms.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And imagine all the world medals there too.
Oh my.
Age group world medals, but still.
Oh my. Yeah, still. And then it's just a deep weight, and there was a lot of doubt. I was on a podcast with Jaden Cox and a couple of friends of his.
Mm-hmm.
And they all know their wrestling real well, and they even were saying this could be Jordan's if he does he even qualify, this could be his last run. And he did it. He qualified.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking honestly, and I think he said so in the post match interview, which by the way was epic. He was if I or go on to win worlds, he's still gonna have that spot at Final X.
Yeah.
So if he medals at worlds, he has that spot.
Yeah.
And I feel it's kind of hard not to, it's so nice. It's such a luxury. And I feel maybe we will have JB for another year. Maybe.
That's a good possibility.
Or he wins worlds and hangs up the shoes, which honestly I wouldn't be mad at. I'm just happy that we got to see him for as long as we have.
Mm-hmm.
Because realistically, bro, I've been wrestling for what? I've only been wrestling for 5-6 years. JB was 30. JB was 30 when I started wrestling, bro. He was in his prime when I started wrestling, and he's still freaking wrestling.
Yeah.
I remember telling that to Jaden Cox, and he was like, "Oh, I feel old." That's crazy. Diving into it, Chance Marsteller beats or loses to JB. 2 matches in a row, 2 or 3-0 and 6-3. They were tight, but I'd say the biggest thing I saw was probably Chance Marsteller's like ability to score was very limited this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wasn't able to get his scores off that he usually does. And I feel like that was a lot due to JB's defense this time around. He was a lot more defensive, lot more I feel like just aware, not letting him get to his feet, like not even letting him touch his legs.
Yeah.
So,
Better position.
way better position. And the first match was kind of, it was cool. He got in on a single or like a ankle pick position, swiped into like a left side high crotch, finished very unconventional,
Mm-hmm.
unorthodox. Wins the match 3-0. I think a passivity point as well. And then the second match was epic. You saw that one?
Yeah. I saw the big double he hit.
Dude, it was epic. It was like deja vu of the first match too.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the first match he got sent over. He
Yeah.
got sent over, and it was controversial, so on and so forth. But this time he plants Marcelo on his back. Marcelo flips him, gets 2 of his own, but 4-2, good exchange for JB. Then he runs him out of bounds, 5-2, and then plus the passivity points on both of them. It's 6-3. So it was just an awesome sequence. I'm really glad that we got to see that match. It wasn't boring. It was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then JB makes his 12th world team, which is ridiculous to say. And I'm glad that happened for him in particular, just because of everything that happened at Penn State.
Yeah, with a big chip on his shoulder.
Big Chip, you listen to his post match.
Yeah, you can hear him talk about how the crowd really affected him and all the boos and the response from the wrestling community really stuck with him throughout this whole training process and preparation for this tournament.
Yeah, no, I'm saying this to the Penn State fans that were booing Jordan Burroughs. I'm saying this to the Penn State fans that were booing Jordan Burroughs in that arena. You guys have no idea. What the heck? I don't understand it, really. Because I feel like in any case scenario, I've said it before, I've only been wrestling 5 to 6 years, but I know what that man has done for our sport and for USA Wrestling in particular. And for him to get booed out of that arena by Penn State fans, that's ridiculous.
It is.
And I get it. He was in enemy territory. It was held at Penn State. But guys, this guy has medaled for us consistently at 74 kilograms and 79 kilograms. And you guys are going to boo off a legend of our sport. It's shameful. It's shameful. And I don't see any other way to look around that. And then the hecklers as well, saying that his career is over. You were so freaking wrong. So wrong, by the way.
I think these hecklers though are a good testament to the status JB has reached, because you only get those kind of haters when you reach a certain level of fame and influence.
Oh yeah.
And you look at guys like LeBron James, he's carrying USA basketball. Look at the past Olympics, but he has all these haters and all these doubters, like fucking Skip Bayless, always tearing him down. And you only really get that when so many people respect you and you have such a level of respect.
I agree. That's a really good. I didn't really think about that, because that is so true.
Yeah.
You really don't get haters like that and people booing you out and heckling you if you're not already a legend.
JB has created wrestling casuals, MMA casuals.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to think about how wrestling has reached a level of popularity and has such a good community that where we actually have casuals of our own.
Which is crazy because especially in our sport, it's kind of, you don't really see casuals.
Yeah, it's been such a niche sport for
It's
a
so
long
neat.
time.
It's either you don't watch wrestling at all or you're obsessed die hard.
Exactly.
I agree. That was a good point. Okay, 79 kilograms. Let's dive a bit deeper. JB beat Levi Haynes in the quarters 4-1 and then beat DeRinger. Oh my God, that's someone we forgot about. DeRinger, bro.
Yeah, he retired too.
DeRinger retired on the mat, and that's just another person at that weight who was tough as nails, bro.
He's always been on the world level.
If JB wasn't there, DeRinger would have made the world team in 2021. He would be competing against Marsteller in the finals every single time.
Mm-hmm.
DeRinger is that guy. He's been wrestling at ranking series before. I'm pretty sure he made the finals against JB in one of them. This guy is tough as nails, 3-time NCAA champ. from Oklahoma State. It's like it's sad to see him retire because I honestly believe that once JB hangs up the shoes, that spot's his.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm not. Have they wrestled Deringer and Marceller? I
Not
don't.
that I know of.
We could be
I
wrong,
know
but
Derringer would battle with Cal Dake almost every year though.
yeah, but I really feel like Deringer would beat Marsteller. It's a weird style match. They kind of are both like just tanks, but
Yeah,
like I feel like Deringer would beat Marsteller. I think it would be a tough match though. I'm
for
not.
sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Marsteller won as well. I don't.
Mhm. It's
Marceller's
just
a goat.
it's just
Marceller's a dog. Marceller's a dog.
he's raw. But it's just sad to see Derringer
Yeah,
wrestle all
hang up
these
the
years
shoes,
without ever breaking that world team spot.
and it's crazy because he's definitely at that caliber.
Oh yeah, he's been
He
wrestling at
he
the
was
European.
ranked number 3 in the world
Yeah, I
at one
saw.
point.
Yep.
So it's like when you put that into perspective, oh man, it's hard to see that go down that way.
Just wrestle for Team Canada at that point.
Levi Haynes. Oh, Levi Haynes. Levi Haynes had a great tournament.
hmm
I did not think he was gonna.
Going up what 2 weight classes?
That's the part that really surprises me, bro. Like he went up 2 weight classes. Everyone was saying that he was gonna get manhandled, get bullied, and honestly, I thought so too.
hmm
Like, dude, you can't go up 2 weight classes at senior world team trials and not expect people to say that. Like these are grown, athletic, strong ass guys.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was gonna get manhandled, and he did not. He was actually manhandling them. Like, did you see some of those shots he was finishing?
Did you see him walk on the mat like the first match? You saw his physique. He filled into that weight.
I was like, who was that? I was like, Levi Haynes? Like, bro, like he was that big. He was that big. And I feel like if we're on the topic of this, Levi Haynes versus Keegan O'Toole, Levi shut him down 6-0.
Dominant.
Does Coach Kale start Levi over Alex Facundo?
That's a good question.
Because Alex Facundo beat Levi. That was in freestyle, and that was at 74, and that was also at the Olympic trials, which was a couple months ago. So Levi looks like he's a different wrestler now. Looks like he really filled out the frame for 74. I could see him being put in the lineup, but I think they could also redshirt him.
I think it's a good move to start him because Levi has always been that reliable guy in folk style. And while Facundo has had that freestyle success and beaten Levi head to head, we still haven't really seen him be that dominant NCAA champ like Levi has.
I don't think he didn't. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. How did Facundo do at NCAA's?
Did he wrestle? I think he wrestled 1 year, right?
He did. I think he might have gone 0-2. He hit Alex Ramirez on the back. Remember
Oh,
that?
or Alex Ramirez, or you mean Julian Ramirez?
Julian. My bad. Yeah, Julian.
He's a California wrestler.
Julian Ramirez from Cornell.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he won or lost that match.
but that was a while ago. Obviously, Alex Facundo.
But like imagine being on that backside.
That is rough.
That's tough. In that same bracket, David Carr wrestled Keegan O'Toole. That was epic. Kind of a
For like the 6th time.
oh my god. But it's always fun watching them though.
Definitely.
Like Keegan gets in on a lace early. David goes down 8-0. Kind of rallies back, but obviously isn't able to close the gap. Loses 9-4, but then David Carr is a dog. Wrestles all the way back. Gets third. Beats Levi Haynes. What was the score? 8-2.
Damn.
Yeah. So David Carr is. I think he's gonna. I know we've talked about this, but I think he makes a world team in the next 2 to 3 years.
I think
I don't know if it's gonna be at 79. I don't know if it's gonna be somewhere else. Could be at 74. No, probably not. I don't know. I don't know if he'd want to cut down to 74.
he's shown the potential to have it, but I feel like Levi Haynes and Keegan O'Toole have shown the same potential that he has.
I'd say the only reason why I'm kind of leaning towards David Carr is because Levi and Keegan are still in college. So all that time that they're spent training folk style, David's focusing on free. So that's something to put into perspective. But David Carr's a dog.
graduated?
Yeah, he's done.
Oh shit. Okay.
David Carr's a dog. Keegan O'Toole, dog. Levi Haynes, awesome weight to watch. I think. No. 79 was an epic weight, but we got to talk about 61. That was the weight class that's my favorite weight. I'm not sure if you watched it, right?
watched it
Oh my
once.
god, bro. Okay, who do you want to talk about? There's so many
Let's start
matches.
off with the high schoolers. The high schoolers tearing it up, making it.
Okay, which one you want to talk about?
Well,
Marcus Blaze or Jax Forrest?
let's
Because
start.
there was two of them, bro.
Let's start off with
There,
Jack's Force first, and then
all right, Jax Forrest. Okay, so people might not know of him a whole um nationally, but Stanford's Nico Provo was actually the person that wrestled Jax Forrest in round one. And Nico Provo is no slouch, okay? He was, I mean, in the wild 125-pound weight class that we had last year, he was at one point ranked number one. He won Cliff Keen. He's a dog, right?
hmm
He actually wrestled Tony. Did you know that?
what?
He wrestled Tony was our team captain last year, but he wrestled Tony at U23s.
Damn, that's rough.
Nico Provo hits Jax Forrest in round one. Jax Forrest texts him. This is a person that was ranked number one in the NCAA 125-pound weight class.
hmm
And he texts him in the first freaking period, bro. Like, what?
That's
This is a high schooler.
dominantly.
Oh my gosh, bro. That's ridiculous. And then he wrestles DeSanto right after that match, loses 9-6. But, bro, come on. It's DeSanto.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's as physical as it gets. Like, I feel like, honestly, if there is a wrestler that I feel like would be like a very crafty, very slick high schooler, it would be an Austin DeSanto, someone that's physical, someone that'll stay in your face, someone that'll try to break you down slowly, right?
Yeah.
But still, Jax Forrest held his own and almost he could have won that match. It was winnable. It was a winnable match. Austin DeSanto just like how he usually wrestles, heavy on the hands, just up close, not giving him any space. Jax Forrest really trying to use that pass by, but
You could tell the man's strength really just
Oh
like
my
separated them in that match.
yeah, but still, bro, Jax did so well. Like, you can't take that away from
Yeah,
him.
he competed.
Like, oh my gosh. Oh, I guess we'll stick on that side of the bracket, bottom side. Austin DeSanto ends up wrestling Dayton Fix,
Loses to him again.
loses to him again. I
Yeah.
think there's just a mental block there or
It has
something.
to
I don't
be.
know.
6-0 shutout.
Oh man, I don't know. I think I don't want to say mental block because these are
These are like such high level wrestlers.
yeah,
but
but it's like, dude, has he ever beaten him?
I don't think so, bro. That's the worst part.
And I want to see him beat him so
Right?
bad
I've
because like,
always been
oh
rooting for
my
him.
gosh, dude, Austin's always just cracking away, just always cracking away.
Mm.
I don't think he ever gives up on himself. But like, bro, this is like,
Can't get past Dayton
oh
though.
my god, bro. I wanted to see that. I was really excited for that match. Like, I was excited for Jax Forrest versus Austin DeSanto, but I wanted to see how they'd match up again. I was like, Austin DeSanto versus Dayton Fix again, another classic.
But
um.
then Marcus Blaze now beats Dayton
Okay,
Fix.
yeah. Sorry, you want to talk about Marcus Blaze? We can talk about Marcus
Yeah,
Blaze.
he's next.
Okay, Marcus on the top side runs the most insane freaking gauntlet you'll ever see. I
hmm
mean, we talked about the 79-kilogram gauntlet. Let's talk about what this high schooler ran. All right. In the quarters, he hit Seth Gross, NCAA champion, world team member at 61 kilograms in the past. Beats him. Controversial. It was controversial.
Comeback win.
Like, comeback win, beats him 7-6. But I feel like the better man won. Why? Because right after that, he beats Nashawn Garrett in dominant fashion. He doesn't tech him, but he controls that match from start to finish.
Shuts him out like 5-0.
Dude, I was watching that match. Nashawn Garrett is fast as hell. Held good position. Didn't break position at all. Reattacks on point.
And Marcus like looked fast against Nashawn.
Oh
It
my-
says levels,
Like,
knowing how fast Nashawn is.
it's kind of crazy because, like, Nashawn Garrett is a 2-time or 3-time NCAA champ. I think 2.
Too.
2-time NCAA champ. This is someone that was in Final X against Vito last year and was close to beating him in both matches. Or
Yep.
I think so, right? 7-5 or 7-6. They were close
He
matches.
won Final X one year.
Yeah. Oh my god. Nashawn just came back and decided to like wrestle. Remember? Like, I think he retired, right? And he came back.
I don't know if he retired, but he did like have a little downhill.
Yeah. But again, this high schooler beats Nashawn Garrett, who was in Final X against Vito in 2023, Nashawn also ran a gauntlet in that 2023, bracket, and then beats Dayton Fix to wrestle Vito.
hmm
And that match, I was watching that match. Dayton was doing all the right things. Dayton was physical. Dayton wasn't letting him good defense, but I wouldn't even say it was like very, very like calculated. Like Marcus doesn't like attacking unless like they break position or he really hits that last second sprint,
Mhm.
right? He's good at counters, good at all that, but he didn't see the opening with Dayton, right?
Yeah.
Dayton was holding good position, was really heavy. Like Dayton was wrestling really well. If you watch the match, he's going forward, heavy hands, really trying to score. But Marcus Blaze just held really good position, didn't let that hand fight break him, which by the way speaks levels. This guy's a high schooler. Again, this guy's a
Yep.
high schooler wrestling Dayton Fix, who is a silver world
Silver.
finalist. Yeah,
Yes. We're
silver
finalists.
world finalist at 61 kilograms.
Yep.
This is a man that placed at Worlds, and he beat him, and he's a high schooler. It was a last second sprint at the end, pushes him out of bounds.
It's heartbreaking for Dayton Fix to see another loss like that, though.
Oh my god, all the memes too,
Four-time NCAA finalists.
and then gets second again.
Yeah, World Team Trials.
I feel bad for him because he's such a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He's such a good wrestler. Blaze makes the finals against Vito and competes, man. Like
Comes after.
good matches. I think better man won. Vito did look like the better wrestler,
More savvy.
but I wouldn't take anything away from Marcus Blaze. He held great position, was sprinting at the end, and you could tell at the end like Vito looked a bit disappointed. Vito was like,
Yeah.
"Damn, this high schooler just gave me kind of a run for my money,"
Mm-hmm.
and he did. 2-1, 3-1 were the scores of that match. I mean, Vito won them in straight matches, but still very competitive matches that I would like to watch again because they were that good. They were very technical, just holding good position, and then Vito just blinding speed, just getting to the leg, running him out of bounds.
Not to mention that Marcus Blaze just came back from Junior Worlds.
Oh my God, yes. Let's talk about that because this man at U20 Worlds. Okay, by the way, he just beat our number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 2, number 3, number 4. He beat our freaking like top 5 guys. 3 of the top 5 guys we have at 61 kilograms. This high schooler goes to U20 Worlds and loses to a Japan kid. I think his name's like Ono or something like that. I want to search up his name. I don't want to disrespect him. But he loses to this Japan kid by tech in the first period.
Within like a minute.
This guy's under 20. This Japan kid is under 20. And I'm not sure if he's going to crack the lineup for the senior world team because of just how stacked Japan lightweights are. But this is a man that teched Marcus Blaze in the first period.
The whole world's bracket too. Just everyone else in the whole bracket.
And Vito couldn't tech him. Vito couldn't come close to teching him. And Marcus Blaze beat everyone else. So what does that tell you for Japan?
What are they doing out there?
What does that tell you for Japan? Because guess what? This isn't even their best guy. This is their U20 guy.
Yep.
This is their U20 guy that ran through Marcus Blaze at the U20 Worlds. And you're looking at that and you're like, Vito had trouble scoring on freaking Marcus Blaze. And this U20, this Ono kid came in, got to his leg, went straight to, I think it was either a gut. I don't know if it was a gut or a lace. I know for a fact that Bassett wrestled a Japan kid as well, and that kid scored on him quick, and the meanest gut I've ever seen. Bassett could not stop that gut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're feeding them.
For real.
What are they feeding them? Because these Japan kids are a threat, man, and these are the U20 kids. These aren't even their senior world guys.
And our high schoolers are like competing with our senior level guys. So what are these Japan kids going to do to our senior
And
level
I wouldn't
guys?
even say that's not even a diss on Team USA because our depth is there. We know our depth is there. Seth Gross was this close to placing at Worlds. Dayton Fix is a world medalist. Nashawn Garrett is a freak. We've seen what he's been able to do against Vito and other wrestlers, and obviously he's a 2-time national champion himself. And obviously Vito's our world champion. But if you look at that, and wrestling math is wrestling math, we get it. But you got to give credit to whatever Japan is doing because this U20 kid really ran through Marcus Blaze.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was just a bad match or he got caught, but like
Japan is definitely on that level.
and we're seeing it now. I mean, they send 13 to the Olympics. It's 13 weights to the Olympics. They medal in 11 and win 8 of the brackets. what the hell, bro? I don't think anyone. I don't think a single country's ever had that type of run where they've had that much I don't know. Russia definitely has in the
Yeah.
past.
Maybe if you count all like the defector countries from Russia, you get that kind of stats.
Yeah, but yeah, Japan is crazy. That was pretty much the 61 kilogram bracket, though, in a nutshell.
Hmm.
And that was definitely my favorite bracket to watch.
Definitely.
I'd also want to give credit to Blaze because he dealt with the man strength really well.
Oh yeah.
And he honestly looks pretty strong.
Hmm.
Like, as a high school, he's 17, bro. And he looked like he was holding his own, but he also looked strong, dude. Like, he looked the part. He looked a decent
And
size.
he's barely like not a cadet anymore. Like this was his first year in U20.
Yeah, bro. He was like me. He's like very, like, he's on edge, so he's not like,
Yeah, yeah, like on the
yeah.
age.
So,
Yeah.
I think that just shows how good he is. And just
Another high schooler that's been tearing up was PJ Duke at 70 kilos.
yeah, took third. He did take third. You want to talk about 70 kilograms?
Yeah, well, I watched a few of his matches and I saw him taking it to Alec Pantaleo, who eventually lost in the finals to James Green. But man, he was competing with Pantaleo. They got a little scrappy, a little headbutting, but
That's wrestling.
PJ Duke just like looked like a grown man. And you're telling me that this kid is in high school. Penn State has like a Penn State has a crazy, crazy
Killers,
recruiting
bro.
class coming up.
70 kilograms was awesome to watch too because James Green was back. So was Jordan Oliver.
Yeah,
Bryson Donian was in the mix too. I mean, Jordan Oliver had a decent run. I mean, he wrestled Bryson Donian, and it was epic because Bryson Donian. I mean, I feel like he's probably one of my favorite wrestlers to watch. Um, in folk style
always
nationally.
entertaining.
So
Even
entertaining.
freestyle.
I love the way he wrestles, bro. He sends it, bro.
Yeah.
He sends it, and he was wrestling how he usually wrestles against Jordan Oliver, explosive, going in bursts. Like he just wrestles like this, bro.
I know.
Like
Relax and then boom, a
boom.
big move.
He's so explosive. But Jo, man, got that veteran in him
Jo.
because he put him to his back in the last 5 seconds.
The clutch regime.
Oh my god, that was sick. That was so sick. And keep in mind, Jordan Oliver hasn't really been wrestling. This is his first
Yeah,
tournament back. This
first
was his
tournament
return.
back.
He's been doing MMA.
Yep.
That was epic, bro. That was freaking awesome.
Another middle-aged man having success, James Green.
We had all the old heads coming back. We'll get to that in a second. But James Green comes back, 70 kilograms, beats Jordan Oliver, gets in the finals against Alec Pantaleo,
Dominates Pantaleo.
puts him to his back at one point.
Yeah.
You saw that? And I don't know if you guys know this, James Green got hip surgery like 17 months ago. And he looked great. He looked so good.
But he was done wrestling.
He was done. He was a coach. He was like the developmental coach or
OTC. Yeah.
OTC. Sorry, not developmental coach. That's Jaden Cox. But the OTC, USA Wrestling, like
Like
had the position, bro. He was done. Like we were like, oh man, we had a great holdout at 70 kilograms. We had a medal there pretty much every single time James Green went. Great wrestler for Team USA. And then we were like, okay, he's done. You know, this is nice. This is cool. Comes back 17 months after hip surgery, runs through everyone.
Yep.
I mean, the last match with Pantaleo was close. It was like 2-1, I think. But, like, bro, give him his props because this guy has not wrestled.
For real.
Same like Jo, but I would say even to a bigger extent than Jo because Jo was doing MMA. He was staying active. I'm not sure if James Green was really staying active like that because he had hip surgery.
Yeah.
You don't just recover from hip surgery.
Exactly.
Oh my god. And that's even funnier to look at because I mean, okay, so our coach is Jason Welsh, NCAA finalist from Northwestern, and James Green and him have had their few share matches, and in that time, I mean, they went back and forth. I think Jason won a few, James
Folk
Green won a
style.
few. I think Jason beat him for the Big Ten title, right?
Or it was like a Big Ten semis or something.
Big
like
Ten
that.
semis.
I
Who did he
remember
beat in the
seeing
final? I think no, I swear James Green beat
It
him.
was
No, or sorry, James Green lost him in the Big Ten finals. Swear.
really
Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But
maybe.
they had their back and forths. I'm pretty sure James Green beat him in freestyle. It was a crazy match though.
I seen that. I remember Flo always like post the
But like,
highlights.
yeah, that's our coach. Jason is now a father, is a head
Yeah.
coach at San Francisco State,
Enjoying retirement.
and is enjoying retirement.
You could tell. Had a little dad body going on.
And
James Green is out here tearing these dudes, young dudes up.
oh my
These dudes that
gosh,
aren't supposed to be in their prime.
that just shows you like how impressive that is because that is most wrestlers.
Yeah.
Jason is Jason is doing like I would say he took the route like most like D1 All Americans, D1 like the caliber he was at, Jason was at. He could be a coach at a D1 school right now.
Oh yeah.
And he's taking an assistant coach position at or not assistant,
Head
sorry, head
coach.
coach position at San Francisco State. He could probably take an assistant coach or maybe even head coach position at D1.
Yeah.
That's the route that most people his caliber would take. And you could just tell, like you can see it night and day. He has a kid.
Hmm.
Jason has a kid. James Green literally just ran through the best in the country at 70 kilograms.
I think it's a big testament to how far like science and sports science has come, because back in the day, like people would just work like horses and like kind of destroy their bodies, and longevity is
Iowa style.
really a hard thing. Yeah,
Like
like
Deuce,
Dan
bro.
Gable,
Deuce is broken, bro.
really.
My coach is broken. Coach Deuce is broken, bro. He
Well,
comes into practice and he's always taping up everything. He had to get surgery on his like arm.
it's
And
terrible.
I'm just like, but he's a dog. Like he's a dog. He don't care. He walks in that practice like and that's the thing though, like if he's going through like all that he's going through, like all the little pains he has,
Hmm.
you can't complain about his practice. Like he's been through it.
Yeah, that's
And
so
he's
true.
wrapping himself up just so he can teach practice, like that mindset. But keep on going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. But yeah, I mean, Dan Gable, he's like a perfect example. Like he had such a dominant like run when he was like in his prime, but he had to end it so early because of injuries and because of how you can't really sustain that. But now you're able to look at guys like a what, Jordan Burroughs, James Green, Jordan Oliver, all these like, and that Kikinu guy that made the world team at Greco. He's like
45.
44, yeah, 45, 44. Like these old guys are able to keep competing because of how far sports science has come. I think it's like really like a beautiful thing just to see like how we're able to take care of
Yeah.
our bodies now.
No, I totally agree. I mean, I'm gonna give Ruben his props. This year, I've been really trying to get on my recovery, pre-practice, post-practice, just because like we have the resources at our disposal. I feel like I'm kind of an idiot if I don't use them. Ruben's always been really good about that. Ruben's always in the trainers before and after, and I seen that, and I'm like, dude, I got to do what he's doing because like am I really chasing my goals if not? But like no, it's true though. Like modern day technology, we have these resources at our disposal
Hmm.
and we've got a trainer, we got someone that we can go to if we ever have injuries. They have this, they have that, we have an ice bath, we can go to the sauna, like so on and so forth. And there's all these things that are set in place and we have to our disposal in our disposal that is able to keep us healthy
Hmm.
as athletes and increase our longevity. I mean, just the advancements, right? It's like mobility training,
Hmm.
functional patterns.
Yeah.
Like Larry and I had like a good conversation about that. Larry is again our assistant coach or graduate assistant coach. He's had multiple surgeries on his shoulders, and he told me himself, he's like his mobility and his range of motion because of functional patterns just got way better.
Hmm.
And it's just I feel like athletes, especially wrestlers, we kind of sometimes train like bodybuilders
Yeah.
when you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. We should be training like athletes and we should be training like wrestlers and putting ourselves in positions that wrestlers get put in because
Definitely.
that's like what we do. And then because of that and all these advancements in technology, we're able to also now heal our bodies better, get better recovery.
Hmm.
I mean, like did they even have like a massage gun back then?
Right.
Did they know what a massage gun was like 30, 40 years ago? No, probably not. That shit's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we're so lucky
Oh
now.
my gosh, for real. And
And
just like it's the simple things like just going to the trainers and using the bands to, help loosen the shoulders
rolling
or
out.
asking Hannah like what we can do for this like little thing. Like there's so many things like mobility training. Like they had no idea what mobility I mean they
They
probably
had
did,
an idea, but
but
it's not as
it's just
advanced.
way more advanced now. And I
Yeah.
agree with you. That was a really good point because there's no way Jordan Burroughs would
Would
be competing right now. There's no way Kyle Dake would be competing right now.
right,
Like
exactly.
Jordan or Kyle Dake was open about his injuries that occurred mid like 2015 or around there.
Yeah.
He like two pretty bad injuries in a row, and he was like, I had to change something. So he switched to functional patterns.
Hmm.
Now look at where he is. Like,
Yeah.
no one's saying he's weak. No one's saying he's weak at all. Like, he's probably one of the most explosive. Like, when he gets a hold of you, he can bomb.
Exactly. I think the nice part about all this like mobility, functional training, and just learning how to move better is that it's not just for athletes. Like you really are able to just make like it's best if you make it just like a lifestyle thing, make it how you live because like old people can do it too. Your grandma can do it. Like anyone can do it. That just wants to be a fit, healthy person.
Yeah,
I think that's the direction that it's like moving in.
I like that because I know for a fact when I get older, I want to be able to have functioning joints.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would be really helpful for me. Helpful for me. I don't know why I'm stuttering on my words so
It's all
much.
good.
I think I'm tired.
I know that it's been a long day.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We talked about 70. Last one, 90. 92.
Hmm.
The return.
Of David Taylor, Magic Man.
DT. Dude, he retired. Now he's back. Now he might not wrestle at Worlds. No, he's going to wrestle at Worlds. There's no way.
It's such a spontaneous decision. I did not find out until like a few days before
So I
tryouts.
heard from Flo that he was like he committed himself to it and he was like, okay, if I go into training and there's a day that I want to take a shortcut or feel kind of lazy and I don't want to do something, I'll stop
Mhm.
and hang him up. Just never happened. So then he goes to 92 kilogram bracket and runs through everyone.
Yeah.
Oh well, no. I don't know exactly. Here, let me
Or
find
in
it
the
real quick.
semis,
Yeah, he had a
yeah.
good match.
Yeah.
He looked like he was kind of gassed, to be honest.
Hmm.
Uh, Michael,
Oh,
Michael,
Machiavello.
yeah,
Oh, he teched Machiavello.
in the past. No, that's not right. That's not right.
In the like the finals of the main
Oh,
bracket.
sorry. No, not. Yeah, you're totally right. Hidley.
Trent Hidley. I mean, he's a dog. He's NC like he was NCAA finalist. Should be caliber. He's a caliber of a champ.
Dude, you see him jump over
That was
DT?
nasty.
That was sick.
Yeah.
And honestly, I watched that match and I was like, oh, Zahid might win. Because DT looked gassed, bro.
Yeah.
And it makes me think, like, I wonder if he started training a bit late. Like, maybe he was like, oh, I'll give it a run. I'll see how I feel. If I continue with it and I don't feel like I want to take any shortcuts, I'll keep on going. But I wonder if that was like a month ago or 2 months ago. That'd be so funny if it was. I
Yeah.
want him to, like, but goes in against that match against Zahid. First match,
It was tight.
close. Close.
3-3.
3-3 criteria. Yep.
Yeah. But I feel like Zahid blew his wad that first match.
Well, it don't matter because DT put him on his back, cradle style,
Hmm.
in typical Magic Man fashion.
Yep. DT, I think how dominant DT was in the second match says how like Zahid just gasses or only has like one good match in him, but it also says how good David Taylor is at
Like
adjusting.
I would say that, but bro, this is Zahid Valencia. He medaled for us at Worlds.
But have you seen Zahid in the past?
I've seen him in the past, and I know that
He's
he
always
gasses in
been,
the second, but like,
yeah.
bro, it's like he's a bronze world medalist. He's he's a bronze medalist at Worlds. He was this close to beating Aaron Brooks, and it's not like he didn't have matches before that. Like he had matches before that. Like he probably was, a big gas, but he was this close to beating Aaron Brooks. Like
Yeah, exactly.
like
It was that close to making the.
David Taylor to go up a weight class and beat Zahid Valencia at his weight class, who is a world medalist, crazy. Because when
Is.
you really look at it, DT really just came out of retirement and then just took a spot for Team USA.
Yeah.
And now we have the potential of Sadulaev versus DT, which would be epic.
Really, is Sadulaev still wrestling?
I've heard Sadulaev is going to drop to 92.
What? That's
And
crazy.
people are saying that, like, yo, maybe he wouldn't do that because they don't want Sadulaev to lose. But I don't think that. And I heard some, like, Flow guys talking about it, too.
Mhm.
They wouldn't do that. Russia wouldn't do that. They care more about their country than their individual. So if they have a chance, if they have a guy that can beat another guy at that weight so they can get more points, they're going to put that guy in. They
That
don't
makes
care about
sense.
Sadulaev's. They might care about it a bit, his reputation,
Yeah.
but they care more about getting those points on the board.
Hmm. That makes sense.
How do you see that match playing out?
Honestly, Sadulaev is a bigger guy, right? You obviously have to,
Just.
yeah. I would write him out as the probable favorite, but I don't think DT is counted out at all. DT has shown he can compete with all these guys.
I honestly I kind of have a similar opinion. Sadulaev is way bigger,
Yeah.
but David Taylor, you can never count him out.
Yep.
I mean,
And sometimes that time off that like DT took like is what you need to
so
reignite your spark.
beneficial,
Yeah.
100%. And David Taylor is as veteran as it comes. If there's someone that I want to wrestle, Sadulaev at 92 kilograms, I mean, I'd pick DT. I'd pick
Exactly.
DT over Zahid,
For sure.
and it's nothing against Zahid. I just think DT would be more equipped.
Yeah, he's definitely shown he can compete on that world level.
Yeah, and now I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, we'll never see Yazdani versus Taylor again.
That is crazy. That's kind of sad.
It's crazy because like this guy's a. I've told you in the past already, but I honestly think if David Taylor is able to beat Sadulaev and win at 92 kilograms, he's in the GOAT conversation.
Oh yeah.
This guy's an Olympic and multiple time world champion. And not just that, he does it in dominant fashion. He does so very dominantly. He pins or protects everyone and then has Yazdani, who is a wrestling legend from Iran, in the finals. And I'd say out of every single time they've had about, besides one 2021 World Championships, David Taylor has come out on top. That just speaks volumes to how good this man is. And if he can beat Sadulaev, how is he not in the GOAT conversation? Because Sadulaev is the GOAT. That guy is, I'd say right now he's the GOAT.
Of wrestling?
I mean, goats get dethroned.
I don't know. But you have guys like Bubasar, Satiev, or I don't know if it was
Satiev, no, you're right, Satiev.
yeah. I feel like
Satiev has a
Satiev,
better resume.
like he was dominant for like what 4 Olympics or 5. Oh, I know you have like Mihan Lopez though too. He was dominant for like 5 Olympic cycles.
I'd say GOAT of his era. How about that?
Yeah,
Sadulaev, I'd say that.
yeah. Of like yeah.
I mean, you could say JB, but
I would say Saj.
I would
Sajlive
say
such a more dominant.
and JB, because of his hiccups at the Olympics,
That's
I
true.
would probably put him above. But nothing to take away from JB. He's
Oh yeah, been
he's
on
my GOAT. He's right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would put David Taylor in the GOAT conversation if he beats Sadulaev at this World Championships. Put it simple. I feel like that's fair.
I respect that. I respect that.
Okay, is that it for? That's pretty much it
World
for
Team
the World
Trials.
Team Trials.
You want to touch on who's number 1?
We could touch on who's number one because that just came out, right?
Yeah. Let me look at the bout. The bout
Well,
list.
well, I already know the bout I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
Bo Bassett versus Daniel Zepeda, baby. We
Oh.
just had Daniel Zepeda on the pod.
On the
So
last episode.
okay. Here's how I see it playing out.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my prediction. I don't think Daniel's going to pin him this time.
Oh yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot closer.
More competitive.
And I think Daniel's keys to winning are staying in really good position, taking the openings Bassett gives you, because he creates openings with his hand fight.
Mm-hmm.
When he goes for the head, he leaves openings. Like we saw it when he wrestled against Japan.
Yeah.
Those openings are few and far.
And Zepeda really has a good counter game,
Yeah,
especially that go behind.
yeah,
Something
100%.
Gilroy just loves drilling into him.
So and he has to keep his pace. Daniel has to keep his pace because if he wrestles into Bo's game, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, especially with how slow start Daniel has.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that is one problem I've seen in the past
Mm-hmm.
that Daniel does have. I've seen it at Fargo. I've seen it in remember his Fargo finals match. But
Yeah,
I honestly believe that if he started a bit quicker in that Fargo finals like last year or a year ago,
against Ryder Block.
yeah, he would have done a lot better. But it's just he has a slow start,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of you can't have a slow start against Bo Bassett. That's the only problem. And obviously, everyone knows Bo Bassett's keys to winning: pace, heavy hand fight.
break him down,
Yep.
get to your
Front
offense.
headlock. Oh,
Yeah.
devious front headlock. Oh my gosh. If there's someone that like I would no, I'm not gonna say that. Like I was gonna say if someone I could mirror front headlock. There's so many guys good in the front headlock, but he's probably the best high schooler in the front headlock position, in my opinion. He's the way he's able to just dismantle college level guy
Hmm.
D like all American college level guys from that front headlock position. Very impressive. And that's something that Daniel's gonna have to deal with through the entire 6 minutes.
Do you do you think the overnight weigh is gonna play a factor?
Oh, 100%.
Do you think that it should be overnight, or do you think the 2 hour weigh-ins is how they should be? Because someone I saw Daniel Zepeda post a snap on a story, like laughing at it, how someone was in the comments complaining about how, oh my God, you gotta get like, why are you letting him like rehydrate to like 170 before he wrestles him, and Bo's gonna be like 150, and then Zepeda's is laughing like these people are hating on me for being fat and happy. Like,
No, Daniel's not 170. He
I
might
don't
get
think
up.
he,
I
yeah,
think
I don't
he's
think he gets
so
that
the weight's
heavy.
at what is the weight at? 138 or 144?
I have it right here. They are wrestling at 144.
I think Daniel maybe gets back up to 155, 160.
Yeah, I think yeah,
I
160
wouldn't even say
tops.
that, bro. 160. Yeah, exactly. 160 tops. Like people
Hmm.
are very over exaggerating it. Like
Yeah.
Daniel's big and strong and he puts on weight in the off season, but
Hmm.
he's not fat. Like he doesn't get up to 170, bro.
Exactly.
So that's not the case in any sense. Um,
I won't even lie. He does. I saw videos of him like a few weeks ago. He did look. He looked a little chubby,
you
but
think he was 170?
yeah, 170 is a stretch though.
That's
I
crazy.
say 165 at most, but
But I don't think come the match day, I don't think he gets above 160.
oh yeah,
That's what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
definitely not.
So people need to stop talking about it. And they can't use weight as like a thing this time because Bo Bassett has taken this time to grow and mature and he's
And
gotten
he's
bigger
competed at
and
this
he's
weight.
yeah. So anyone that wants to be like use that you could use as the previous one because
Mhm.
Bo went up during that one,
Exactly.
but Bassett's been competing at this weight for a while now. He competed at it at the U.S. Open. He competed at it at U U
20s.
U20s. Also competed at
15.
the final qualifiers for the
Yeah, OT trial
last
qualifier.
chance
Or
last chance.
Olympic trials qualifier.
Yeah,
Last chance qualifier.
last chance qualifier. Like and he beat hella good guys there, and that's what kind of worries me, because Bassett has gotten those reps with really good guys, and at that weight too. So I'm really 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 excited and nervous, and oh my gosh,
I think the fact still remains, Bassett is definitely not cutting anywhere near Daniel's cutting,
no. And I think that's why it will give Daniel a bit of an advantage.
for sure.
But people to say that he's gonna be 170, like shut up,
Yeah, that
calm
is
calm
absurd.
down, bro. I think those are like I said, Daniel's keys to winning are counters, staying in really good position, taking the openings that Bassett is gonna give him, and keeping his pace up because Daniel has a good pace.
Yeah.
Um, and then obviously Bassett just needs to do what Bassett does.
Yeah.
um, how do I see the match playing out?
I think the folk style is definitely gonna play a good part because Bassett has been playing freestyle a lot.
I see Daniel Zepeda winning by decision, and it's 3 points, right? I
Three
see
point
Daniel
takedowns.
Zepeda winning by decision 9-7.
9-7.
9-7. I think it's gonna be high scoring.
I say it's like 10-6 Zepeda.
Okay. Yeah, no. Like I honestly feel like it's gonna be a lot closer this time.
Hmm.
And
I think top bottom though will play a really
yeah,
good factor.
yeah. But I'm excited to watch it, excited to see what our boy can do.
Hmm.
Good luck, Daniel. We're cheering you on. What do you want to talk about?
Um.
UFC 3, oh, no, oh 06?
All
We
right.
can talk. We can jump into
Let's
it.
jump
Or
into
you
it.
do want to talk about? Do you want to talk about?
Well, do you know the high? Let's not talk about the girls because let's be honest, we know some of the girl wrestlers, but we don't know
Yeah,
them.
I don't
Like,
want to talk about the girl wrestlers because I don't feel like we're educated
yeah,
enough
we
on the
can't make
topic.
educated decisions,
Y-
opinions about that.
Yeah, I feel like if we talk about the girl wrestlers, we might get flamed because we would be talking out of our ass. We don't know
Yeah.
really.
Um. Okay. Oh, at 285 though, what our Cali guy Nico Sakian,
Dog.
super match number one at 285 versus number one at 215, Jude Correa.
So you can talk about this. Go ahead.
Well, we know a lot of people know Nico Sakian is the big Armenian dude who's been dominating everyone.
Cool guy.
Yep, and not a lot of guys have know our Jude Correa though, out of New Hampshire, where I used to live at for 4 years actually. Fun fact. And I used to go to train at the same club with him. Go live goes with Jude all the time. But Jude has, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if he got injured or he's just been bulking for. I think he did get injured for like the past couple of years, so he's been like off the grid. But he's about to enter his senior year. He has Super 32 titles, plays at World Team Trials. I'm
Yeah, this guy's good.
not like multiple time national prep champion.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
no,
We
yeah,
get it.
yeah, he earns a spot, but he's also like he was my size in like I would say like eighth grade, and then he blew the hell up in high school. And
Really.
I was like 130 in eighth grade, so he got big, and
If
he
for
has
context, Ruben is a 141 pounder.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm not that big, and he used to be my size in like what 5 years ago. But that's just to say he has lightweight skills, and I remember he has the nastiest leg riding I've ever seen, and I wonder if that leg riding if he's gonna be able to do that to Nikosaki because that's a big dude, right? Like it's not you can't leg ride everyone, but Jude Correa has some of the best legs in the country easily. So I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Okay, so what do you think? Give your prediction.
Man, I don't know when the last time Jude Correa has competed. In all honesty, what's funny is that they're both committed to Michigan though, the Wolverines. So it'll be
Ah,
interesting to see them.
Michigan is stacked.
I know they have all these top recruits coming, but
Mantanonas are in, bro.
yeah,
You think Mantanona gets the starting spot this year?
Bo,
Yeah.
who's at his weight?
65. I feel like they recruited someone. Chase is 57.
Yeah, Chase is 57.
I think Chase is going to be a lock of that way, yeah?
He should.
Because
I don't think he would transfer.
Will Luan is done.
Yeah, he
So
definitely wouldn't transfer if he wasn't guaranteed a last spot for his last
I
year.
guarantee. I agree. Oh my God. I am stumbling on my words. I feel like there was someone at 165 that like they transferred someone in, I swear. Is it
Um,
Amin?
Amin's done. Amin, bro, those Amin brothers have been in college for like 10 years, bro.
I don't really keep up. Honestly, I haven't really looked at the Michigan lineup as much as I've looked at some of the other college
neither.
lineups.
Okay, I feel like we're getting to territory we're not as educated in. So
Yeah,
let's
okay.
move on.
Okay. But wait, what's your prediction?
Honestly, just because I've been like on that Jude like lookout for like hella years. I want to see him break through, bro, and I think he'll take it. I think
Mm,
that he has that lightweight savviness
okay,
that
that's fair.
at that high weight that not many guys have.
Okay, that's fair.
Mhm.
Nico Sawaki by pin. All right, so let's move on. No, I think it's gonna be a good match.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna have to choose Nico just because of the weight.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I feel like that's gonna play a really big part, and Nico's pretty agile for a big guy too.
Mhm.
But I would not be surprised if your boy wins because I mean I feel like you've attested to him well.
Yeah.
But I gotta cheer on Nico. Nico's a Cali product. I
Respect.
feel like he's gonna. I feel like it's just gonna be a big weight disadvantage, and I feel like going up to heavyweight might be kind of hard. But anything can happen. It's wrestling.
Exactly.
All right, UFC 306.
Sean O'Malley
Sugar Sean
and
gets
Marab
dominated for 5 rounds.
by decision. Marab, the decision merchant. We really live in a world where Bilal and Marab are champs, bro. I can't
And
believe.
Duplessis.
And I feel like Drake is less of like is more of an exception because he's entertaining. Like
No, it's not even that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's like we've cycled. We've
yeah,
cycled in
oh
new
yeah,
people. Like, bro, we had Adesanya who was a lock. We
that's true.
had Usman who was a locked. We
Yeah,
had
number one pound for pound.
like and we're just cycling, bro, and it's
Yeah,
crazy. It's kind of awesome and cool actually
it's
because now we get
new
to see a whole
generation.
new breed of fighters, right? And that's gonna be cool to watch. But I was really sad watching Sugar Sean lose.
Yeah, me too. But I think it was times coming because he really got exposed for his wrestling in that situation.
Well, he had a torn labrum.
In the fight,
Yeah,
going into the fight,
yeah.
well, Should have postponed it longer like he did with Aljo.
He didn't postpone.
I know, but I say, well, he like waited a long time before fighting Aljo. Is what I'm saying. Like they gave him prep time.
Yeah, but he still fought Aljo knowing that his rib was. Oh, I gotta bleep that out.
We'll do some editing
Yeah, I think you got to give Marab credit because at the end of the day, he implemented his game plan perfectly.
for sure.
Moving like a madman. His pace is ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
Marab's pace is probably one of the craziest paces I've ever seen. I would honestly put him up there with Max Holloway because the way he was moving and the way he stood up in the fifth round didn't even look gassed, bro.
Yeah.
He looked like he was ready to go another like 10.
He was giving him kisses on the back and
Oh my
everything.
gosh. I was like so mad because I was like, damn, I really want Sugar Sean to win this.
And all those takedowns really wore on Sean because you could see them getting easier and easier and just so effortless. And I was like,
And
damn.
he's like, "Ooh," and by the end, it was like when he got the last second, I was like, it's done.
Yeah, in the
I think
fifth
it's
round,
done,
I was
bro.
like, okay, knock him out, Sean. And then I see him get taken out. I'm like, I was
Well,
just like, oh
he was
wait.
actually having success. Ooh.
He was. He hurt him with a body shot and stuff.
And he was doing it repeatedly, and he was trying to go for the kill. And I give credit to Sean because that just shows his heart
Yeah.
because he was willing to get back up and get back up and get back up. And I was talking about this with Basel, and Basel is he wrestles at SFSU. Um, but he also does MMA and trains at Alpha Male with some of the UFC fighters that train down there. Really good program over there. Um, but Basel was telling me, he's like, it's a psychological game. When you get taken down like that and ragdolled like that, then you get hesitant to throw or
Yeah.
kick because what happens when they catch a kick and you get taken down again? You have to use your energy to get back up, and like you said, every single time you try to get back up, it gets harder and harder and harder,
Yeah.
and you could tell it was playing. It was screwing with Sean's head because he stopped throwing. He didn't.
Yeah. The way he walked down, he started walking
Yeah.
him down way more hesitant.
But then again, we got to take into consideration he had a torn labrum and he didn't say anything, just like the last fight.
Damn.
So respect to Sean for that, but it was tough to watch him get dominated like that for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be back. I think Sugar Sean will be back. The co-main event was really really boring. I'm not
Alexa Grasso, no.
gonna. Valentina dominated her, but it was so boring. Like it was just like takedown and then just literally just throwing up submissions, but it wasn't even like entertaining.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Just dominating position and
Yeah,
holding.
but Shevchenko won that fight. I don't think they're gonna have a rematch because Shevchenko won that fight dominantly. Grasso looked like she was a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Like just like she was going forward, but she just could not stop the takedown.
Sadly, a lot of these guys were getting exposed for their lack of wrestling.
Yeah, guys, MMA fighters, come wrestle with us. We'll make you better.
Yeah.
No, like actually though, like it would when you really look, the two main events were just them getting taken down because they just couldn't defend a takedown to save their life. That's why I loved watching like Usman versus Kobe
Hmm.
because if they shot, they had good takedown defense. But
Yeah.
you know that because they knew that they were gonna throw and
Yeah.
throw down, and they threw down hard every single time they fought. But that was the fight. Shevchenko won. I don't think there's gonna be a rematch. They've already fought 3 times. UFC Diego Lopez. Ooh,
Oh my God.
Diego Lopez is that guy. Diego Lopez is that guy now. He is now the number 3 ranked lightweight or featherweight. Is it 145? Featherweight,
Yeah.
yeah. Ranked number 3 after beating Brian Ortega. Very
Dominant.
dominant. Knocked him down in the first 10 seconds. Like, oh my God. We were going crazy at the house.
Yeah.
We were like, what the hell? And then I think he knocked him down again in the third, or he rocked him real bad. But man, I gotta give him credit because Brian Ortega is someone that you don't want to go to the ground with. I mean, we've seen it with Volk. I mean, Volk did go to the ground with him, but Volk almost got. Brian Ortega was this close to becoming UFC champion. He got him in
Yeah.
2 tight chokes. And Diego Lopez did not give a crap, bro. Brought it to him, ground and pound, was trying to go for that finish, and he wasn't able to get it, but man, was he dominant. Knocked him down twice, too. Or once. I think it was twice.
Ortega was definitely scared of that fight because I don't know if you remember last time, but Ortega pulled out like the day of the fight.
I don't think he was scared. He was sick. I
He
think it
got
was.
sick the day of the fight, bro. Like, if you're gonna say something before, bro. Because there's no way you just feel like sick the day of, you know?
I think he had a fever.
Okay. Sean O'Malley had a torn labrum.
True. I think I don't know if he was scared. I think he just didn't want to take his chances.
Yeah, well, it didn't pay
Which,
off in the end.
damn, damn, Ruben going in. I like it.
You just gotta be honest with these idiots, bro.
Yeah, no.
Say
I
how it
mean,
is.
I think it was really just Brian Ortega, while he was ranked number 3, and I think rightfully so.
Mhm.
Diego Lopez was the way better fighter that night, and I think
Yeah,
just better fighter. Period. Just
for sure.
dominated, and I'm really excited to see where Diego Lopez ends up next because his next fight could be for a title or he's
Yeah.
one away from a title easily. I think it's just one of those two.
I think you give him the winner of Taporia and X
Oh my god, I'd love to watch Holloway versus.
Lopez.
I think Holloway would. I don't know though. I think Holloway would screw up Lopez. Be,
Striking wise, I think he is on a
well,
different level.
it's not that. It's that striking is probably pretty close,
Mhm.
but Holloway's pace is ridiculous, and Lopez hasn't been in a 5 round fight. I don't think, and
Yeah.
and you can't that Holloway being your first 5 round fight is a nightmare.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the chin on Holloway is ridiculous, and
Mhm.
not to mention his striking. So we put that on the thing. I don't think I think Lopez kind of just doesn't. I don't know. I don't think he's there yet.
Mhm.
I see him maybe knocking out Taporia. No, Taporia has a chin. It's
Oh
hard.
no.
I feel like
They're
the
exciting
separation
fights.
between them are pretty big
Yeah.
still. But that's nothing to take away from Diego Lopez. Great fighter, great fight. Number 3 ranked lightweight or featherweight. Um, Ortega, I don't know if this is kind of the downfall of him per se. He's still a really great fighter,
Mhm.
but
He'll just be a gatekeeper for now, though.
I feel like I honestly feel like that too. But Diego Lopez, big hype train, and
Yeah,
I love the way he fights.
me too.
Goes for the guy's head. All right. Last one that I wanted to talk about: Rebo Vix versus El Huber. Did you watch that one?
I saw clips of it on TikTok. Everyone was going crazy.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so Zell Huber, it was a great first 2 rounds, by the way. But the third round, it was probably like everyone was saying 1-1 or maybe 2-0, but 1-1 realistically.
Hmm.
Rebovics gets knocked down in the first like 30 seconds, I think.
Hmm.
Gets knocked down, and everyone in the house is thinking, "Oh, okay, Zell Huber won the fight." Like that, when it's that close and you get a knockdown like that, even if the guy got straight back up and he took it well, it's like, okay, well that's a knockdown, and that wins a 3 round fight,
Yeah.
especially if it's in the what's it called. But there was still 4 minutes left, right?
Hmm.
So we're like, damn. Well, if it keeps going at the pace it's going, I mean, it looks like Zoe Huber's gonna take it, and then bam, Rivovic hits him, and Zoe Huber is wobbled, bro,
Yeah.
and he's wobbling back to the cage. His back is to the cage, and he's just
I've seen that.
like, dude, he's like in the Matrix, but he's wobbled.
Yeah. And he
And he's
stayed
just
up.
trying, but he was taking shots. I wouldn't even say he's in the Matrix because he was taking the shots.
But he was there. He was
He
still
was,
there. He
yeah.
was
So
still
I'm
fighting.
so glad the ref didn't stop the fight because he did that for like what felt like a minute, bro.
Yeah.
And then he's able to get his balance back and then freaking punches him right back in the face. And you're thinking, oh my God, this is a fight. Who the hell is going to win this? And wins fight of the night. Zell Huber loses by split decision. And it was a really good fight and nothing to be ashamed of by either one of those fighters because guess what? You guys got the bonus.
Yeah.
And you guys also put on probably the best show of
The
UFC
night.
306. And I mean, I feel pretty bad for Dana because at the end of the day, I mean, like,
The
bro,
whole
he spent so much money.
the
And
whole
to
main card was all decisions, bro.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say like he has decisions and they didn't get to see a big knockout, but I would say Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega and Rebo Vix versus Huber was a really good fight.
Hmm.
Those fights were really good. It's just the two co-main and main event. It's just damn, like the way it was
Yeah.
just really boring. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. Like he can't control the way fighters fight, you know. So I feel bad for him, but you know, shouldn't feel too bad for him because that guy's rich.
Yeah,
He's
for
so
real.
rich. Like he's well off. You know, UFC 306 probably made him so much money.
Exactly.
Um, I guarantee. I don't guarantee it, but I wouldn't be surprised if that event um made or what's called was positive for how much they spent.
Oh yeah. I mean, every UFC event easily is the way. Like, think about it. Each ticket was like what, like 2-4 grand.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
this
you're totally
sphere.
right. He definitely made money.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if I feel that bad for Dana White.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was that. That was UFC 306. Um, it was cool. I mean, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to see John Jones versus Miocic. You see that?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm excited, but I feel like we know that John Jones shouldn't be fighting Miocic.
Why not?
Well, Tom Aspinall, bro. He's been a two-time interim champ,
Yeah, and Miocic is old, and he hasn't
bro.
fought since he got knocked out by
Sent to
Ngannou.
the shadow realm by
And
Ngannou, bro.
Ngannou is not even in the company anymore.
Right? Like, think about it. He got knocked out when there wasn't crowds, bro. Like, how
Oh
long ago
my
was
god, that
that?
is crazy. And Miocic is the GOAT, the
Oh yeah,
heavyweight
heavyweight
GOAT.
goat.
But man, like I don't feel
Respect
like it's the right
timing for it.
matchup because they're throwing him into the fire and he hasn't had a fight. He hasn't even had a warm up fight to get his ring rust off. And
Exactly.
then on top of that, it's like John Jones saying that this might be his last fight. But man, I'm still excited.
Dodging.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still excited for this fight because John Jones is returning, and then also we get to see the heavyweight GOAT versus
Yeah.
John Jones, who is the MMA GOAT.
Yeah. But it would have been a much better matchup like 3 or 4 years ago.
I'm still excited for the fight.
Mhm.
I'm pretty hyped for that fight. I don't know if there's any other big fights happening right now. I know we know. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Max Holloway versus
Taporia.
I want Ilya Taporia to get knocked out.
I don't know if he'll get knocked out, but I think Max could piece him up.
I think the problem is Ilya can wrestle,
Yeah, that's a good point.
and that might be really hard on Holloway. But does a really good job of getting back up always.
Hmm.
But you can't underestimate the power of Taporia. Like it would piss me off if Taporia knocks his ass out.
Oh yeah.
Like I'd be so mad, bro.
After all, like he's never been knocked out, right?
Yeah.
That would.
His first knockdown, they didn't even count it as a knockdown, but his
Hmm.
first knockdown was against Gaethje.
Yeah.
But like, dude, for Holloway to like get this, like, and if he wins this fight, man, Holloway is probably one of like he's a UFC legend at that point,
Oh
like
yeah,
100.
he's in
I
the
think
Hall
he
of Fame
already,
no matter
I think
what.
he's already in the Hall of Fame, but I think he's like a certified UFC legend. People will talk about him
Top 10.
for a while.
Yeah.
Like Holloway is always coming out guns blazing, never afraid of anybody. I don't think he's pulled out, but like it's not like he pulls out last second. Like
Yeah.
he's always down to fight anybody. And dude, you got to respect him for going up to 155 to fight Gaethje and then
Yeah.
coming back down to fight Taporia because he wants that belt. Like
Mhm.
bro, he's ranked in 155 right now.
Yeah.
And most people in his position would probably be like, you know what? I'm going to stay at 155. I just did this to the number 3 or number 2 um, lightweight in the nation or in the world, sorry.
Mhm.
I'm going to stay here. But he decided to go back down because he wants to get that belt for his legacy.
Yep.
And I mean, that's all power to him
He's a dog.
because at the end of the day, if he wins this fight, man, how many he held one streak for like I think 12 fight win streak. I think that's second or third longest or something like that.
Damn.
And then on top of that, he's been like multiple time UFC champ. And then if he beats Taporia, 2 time, like or no, not 2 time, sorry. He oh my
What was
god.
his second like?
No,
Well,
no.
second time holding the belt. Second belt run.
Second, yeah, where like he didn't already have it,
Yeah.
because he had it and then lost it, but now he's gonna get it back. So that would be pretty cool if he's able to beat Taporia.
Mhm.
I would love to watch that fight like in person, man.
Oh man, where is that at?
I don't know. You know that Bolt's family's uh like Bolt's family wrapped Holloway's hands when he was like 10. Like they would wrap his hands for him.
What?
Yeah. Shout out Hawaii Fight Gear.
Our
Shout out Hawaii
teammate,
Fight Gear
so our teammates
brand.
family's brand.
Very
Yeah.
very nice family. Great apparel too. Great gloves. Great fight gear. But yeah, they wrapped Holloway's hands, and I think Holloway might be doing like collaboration with HFG now. So which is pretty
Wow.
cool, right?
Yeah, it is
But
sick.
so yeah, but I don't know about that fight. It's interesting,
Mhm.
and I feel like if I see Holloway get knocked out, I'm gonna be very 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 sad.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the whole world will be.
Yeah. Okay. This has been a great podcast.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
Yeah, bro.
having me and come
That was
through.
bad.
That's all right.
That was good.
We'll settle with that.
This is the HR Department Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're available on YouTube and Spotify. Shoots.
See ya.
Shoots, guys.